I'm back, I'm home. I had an incredible time in Costa Rica, and I am so happy and so grateful to be back in my beautiful little room where I do all of my work, and I've really settled and sunk in today, really grounded into this space, to this experience. I've had some really incredible calls with clients of mine as well as in the Empowered Woman series, and I'm just feeling like, all right, let's do this. Let's make shift happen. Let's get each other all riled up and feeling incredible in life. Hi, Dana. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, you guys, thanks for joining me. Today, what I'm talking about is how to stop blaming other people for what makes you unhappy, and to really step into this belief and this lifestyle of the fact that you are the creator of your own experience. Now, with that being said, I realize that hey Brittany, I haven't really told a lot of you fully what I do, and while I'm still kind of just evolving constantly, but one of the things that I realized in Costa Rica while I was hosting my retreat, Embodying Goddess, is that I am a pretty solid facilitator. I create an environment and hold space for individuals to really witness themselves, to witness who they are, to show up as their best selves, to dive in deeper into what makes them happy, what makes them sad, what makes them tick, who they are, what matters to them, what they want out of life, to hold that space for them to witness themselves. Thank you, Brittany. And yeah, thank you, Dana. Dana was there with me in Costa Rica. And thank you. I appreciate that validation. That's really wonderful. And one of the things that I witnessed within being this facilitator of kind of I like to think of it as being the holder of people's dreams. I can hold that space for you where you get to go into that place where literally everything and anything is possible for you. You want to have an incredibly powerful, intimate relationship with your partner? It's possible. Let's make it happen. You want to grow your business to an incredible amount of success, earn a ridiculous amount of money, travel the world while doing so? Great. I'll hold the space. Let's get you there too. You want to find a way to be healthy and well in your body? Let's do it. I can hold that space for you to believe this is possible and then create the pathway to make it happen. But in order to do so, one of the first things that you need to witness and realize is that you are the creator of your own experience of life. And this is one of the things I witnessed in Costa Rica with these 4 incredible women that joined me. They all had this in common, and this is what allowed the retreat to be so powerful, so beautiful. Hi, Ashley. I also effing love you. The retreat was so powerful, so beautiful, so profound, because each of these women brought this forward. Yeah, Dana, you brought this forward big time in such a beautiful, strong way. And this was the understanding that each woman is the creator of her own experience. So most of you probably don't know where we stayed for the retreat was far more rustic than I had envisioned. And there were a lot of challenges that occurred because of this. In any retreat, any traveling experience, you're always going to have many, many, many experiences of upset or discomfort or things not going the way you had planned them to go. And for the average person, this creates the atmosphere or the experience of crap, or why would you do this? This is your fault. You didn't put this together right. You didn't figure this out. And a lot of blaming and pushing it out onto others. These 4 women, Dana included, who's here with me, and I'm sure the others of you will see this soon. These 4 women did not do this. They held space for themselves to witness that they are the creators of their own experience. All of us together witnessed and experienced this chaotic stuff that was happening, and these situations that were not what we expected, breaking down, the car breaking down because we ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere on a dirt road where the sun is blazing down and vultures are flying above us, like some intense stuff. And none of us even complained. It was simply a matter of fact, this is the situation we're in. I witnessed that I am the creator of my own experience. How do I choose to show up in this situation and find my way to this solution? Yeah, Dana's with me, she knows. And you know what ended up happening? Is a couple of the girls, Dana included, got together and created a skit about a really funny experience that happened, so we could all laugh about it. This is the true essence of not being in victim state, but being in empowered state. Being in yeah, I'm in charge of this and I'm gonna do what I can to make it better. And sometimes being in charge of the situation simply means relaxing. Taking a deep breath and witnessing that in that moment, maybe you don't have control of the exact situation you're in, but you trust that things will work out. You trust that you'll find your way. You trust that others will step up into the role that they need to, and you can just hold that space for others. Dana, don't mind the vultures. Man, we had so much fun in Costa Rica. But so, bringing this kind of all together, this concept of how to stop blaming other people for the things that are not going the way you want them to in your life is about taking personal ownership for everything. That fight you had with your partner, how can you take personal ownership? The fact that you didn't bring enough for lunch and you're starving and you had to go buy lunch but you didn't want to because you didn't have enough cash on you or because you didn't want to eat the food that was out, those situations, how can you take personal responsibility? When you wake up and you stub your toe and you spill your coffee and then your car doesn't start and all these things happen, how can you take personal responsibility? Oh, hi Caitlin, I was thinking about you this morning. I'm sending you so much love. When we take personal responsibility, we welcome in the experience of the fact that everything is occurring for us and not against us. When it occurs for us, there's something for us to learn from it. I used to be the classic case of wake up grumpy. Like I was always super grumpy in the morning. It seems to be a trait in my family. I would wake up super grumpy and I would blame Luke. And it would be basically his fault. He would be cracking some sort of joke because he's quite funny in the morning. He'd crack some sort of joke and I would just be so angry with him and so annoyed that how could he even attempt to make something funny right now when everything is so bad? But the fact was, like, I woke up, I had tea, got ready for a nice day, had breakfast, got to sit on the couch, watch the news, cuddle Dixie. Like, life was actually really great. And yet it was so easy for me to push all of this blame onto somebody else because I was unhappy. The change that has now occurred because I've stopped blaming others and I've stepped into this realization that I am the conscious creator of my own life and my own experience is that I don't wake up grumpy anymore. Like once in a while, sure, okay, maybe if I didn't sleep very well. But for the most part, I wake up quite happy and I wake up grateful. And if I wake up and feel that I'm not going to be in that state, I literally lay in bed and hold my body and I just list all the things I'm grateful for. I say thank you to the universe for providing me this life. I say thank you for the experience that I had, for the chance to sleep in a comfortable bed with a big duvet that's super cozy, cuddled up to my pup, cuddled up to my fiance. Just all of these little things that are so easy for us to take for granted. And the outcome of that has been, well, obviously, I have great mornings now. There's so much more fun in my relationship. I get to wake up feeling happy instead of grumpy and crabby all the time. And that's what this effect can have when you take personal responsibility. So I'm curious, those of you who are watching, what is a situation that you find challenging to take personal responsibility of? What's something that has occurred in your life recently where you're like, I know that I probably should. I know I'm taking myself into victim state. I know I don't want to be there, but I can't seem to figure out how to make this happen. Go ahead and comment below, or if it's something quite personal, send me a private message because I really want to help support people to get out of this place where we blame everybody else. Because if you're showing up in your best self and I'm showing up in my best self and we're all doing it, that sounds beautiful. We all get to be happy. We all get to have fun. We all get to own up to our own situations. I am now surrounded by a circle of friends that sometimes we still have conflict and things occur where we need to show up in a way of, stating what's important to us or stating that we feel wronged or stating whatever it is that we need to. However, the difference in my life now is that even though it's still a little nerve-wracking to show up in that way and to ask for what you need or to tell someone that you think they've done something wrong, there's so much acceptance and love around it. There's still conflict, we still work through it, but it's from a place of love for each other and an actual witnessing of each other showing up in that way. Like afterwards, good for you for bringing that up. I had no idea you felt that way. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Now we can dive into this, work through it, and move past it. And it allows relationships, not just intimate relationships, but friendships, to evolve and grow, which is so incredible. And wouldn't it be amazing if everything that occurred in your life wasn't someone else's fault, wasn't anybody's fault, but simply was, that you could just accept it and believe it to be true and just know that that is your life and that it's there for a reason? That's the way I feel life is right now. because I've stopped blaming others, because I take personal responsibility. Dana, I love your hearts. They're just bing, 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 bing. So much fun. So I'm curious, again, comment below or send me a private message. Where do you feel stumped with this? What do you feel challenged by? Where is this not happening in your life? Let me support you and hold that space for you, especially coming into this time of year when a lot of our fears are showing up, and there's a lot of turmoil and angst and anxiety when it comes to spending time with family around the holidays. When you have this tool inside of you, when you have this skill set, everything becomes more peaceful. And when you're more peaceful, you're able to show up in service to others because you're already in service to yourself. You're taking personal responsibility for your own well-being and happiness. And that just, to me, that's everything. I posted a video, I think it was yesterday, by Will Smith talking about his relationship with Jada Smith and talking about how they got married and kind of just assumed that, okay, now like we become one, we have to make each other happy, this is our role. And I absolutely love the way they came to the realization that that's not true. That you do not become one. You are not one person. You are still two entities, two individuals who are choosing to do things alongside each other. And that's how Luke and I have really evolved our relationship, is it's not about us making each other happy. Yeah, sometimes you crack a joke or you do nice things for each other because you know it will serve them. But ultimately, if I'm unhappy, it ain't his fault. It's my fault. Time for me to take personal responsibility, and vice versa. To me, that's what a beautiful relationship involves. Each of us taking personal responsibility for who we are, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what we need in life, and then from there, that's where we get the good stuff. Thanks for joining me with this. Again, comment below, send me a private message. Where do you feel stumped by this? Where does it not make sense? I'd love to support you and hold space for you. Mwah. Sending lots of love. I'll see you soon.